Hello and welcome Blood Bowl fans to the G-Men Division 4A Season 13 Week 10. The current week we are playing is week 11. I'm here with my co-host Supra.
Hey.
Yes, the enthusiasm. And I'm Cheftek as always, bringing you this week's recap. And what has happened? What has happened?
We've got two draws to start off with.
Yeah. Let's see the first one, the Duelist versus the Supra, can you help me here?
The River Ruin Rafters.
Right. The Chores. Let's call them Chores for short. Or the team that most of the people just basically hate because they deserve it. I like Chores for
Wow.
short. Yeah.
The Jaws got more SCP because the Amazon's got no injuries at all.
Wonder why.
But they did get one pass.
Yeah. And the one that got the pass also got the touchdown, so.
They did get a KO. But not really that much. They got 4 armor breaks in the whole game. That's
Which,
very good.
considering the fact that Chores are quite high armored.
I mean, they have Hobgoblins, which are armor 7.
Yeah, but you have to move through the chores to get to the goblins, so you have to move through the hard exterior to get to the soft interior, so that's hard sometimes, especially for Amazons, which basically chores do counter just by being there.
Well, dwarves counter the ball.
Yeah,
But yeah.
of course, but chores do still are a hard counter for them.
Yeah. So it's good that you got a draw. To be honest, I was expecting the Chills to win.
Well, basically, it's
They only
probably
got 13. They only got 13 armor breaks, which is not that many.
yeah,
How many blocks did they make?
it's
39. That's
39. Yeah,
pretty bad, actually.
yeah.
13 armor breaks out of 39 blocks.
I'm thinking if the Amazon tactics wasn't like, where I'm lying down on the pitch, so he can only follow me now. So fuck you, I'll be lying here. So you have to move away if you want to do something, and then I'll just get up and run. It's a viable tactic, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just gotta do what you can, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see the teams. Let's start with the
So,
Amazons because they are the first. Yeah, one MNG, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, which hurts because she was like, yeah, she's one vanity pass, which is quite easy for her.
You should have done that this game. She's
Yeah,
actually 4 as well.
wasn't she the one that got the MVP?
Oh, maybe. Hang on.
Maria Brink.
No, the MVP went to a lineman with no skills. Who is still there? Morgan Lander.
Yeah. Well, basically, maybe she got it very early on and couldn't get to the ball. Well, considering that she's a strength 4, edgy 4, she could be somewhere in the middle of the fight and basically having no block against Schwartz. Yeah, not that ideal.
Yeah, it's not going to be helpful, is it?
Yep. But wait, isn't this how many draws they got this season?
Not very many.
Not very many.
Uh,
One, two,
There's
three, four,
you've got a lot of draws, but the Amazons have
five
5
draws.
draws
Yeah.
and 5 losses.
Well, I got one loss.
They're actually somehow the Horror All Stars and the Amazons have exactly the same win loss still. They both have 5 draws, 5 losses.
Wow.
How is that? That's got to be rare.
Yeah.
10 after 10 rounds, they're both drawn at the bottom with the same score.
Maybe there's a competition we don't know about.
Don't think there'll be a competition to go in last.
Well, in a lot of tournaments in Polish for the last place, there's always quite a good prize, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Chorfs also have an MNG. Oh, have they played this week? I think they might have played this week already.
Okay.
Yeah, they have. They played this week already.
Yeah. Basically, nothing changed. Wait.
Also, what the fuck? That Claw Dwarf just got Guard instead of Mighty Blow. Are you kidding me? If you're gonna go with this Claw, at least put Mighty Blow on it.
He's doing it on purpose, just to make us mad, I'm thinking. To be honest, this is the most emotion I saw from you Supra since we started this shit. So kudos to the Chorf coach. You made Supra show emotions.
I talk about I show emotions.
No, your emotion level is basic Borg. You're passionate about things that I agree. You laugh from time to time, but basically other emotions than that, basically non-existence.
Okay.
It probably has to do with the fact that you're a vampire and you don't show emotions like normal people do. But basically,
Also, is that movement up Hobgoblin new as well?
yeah. And still, Pikey is still in play, which for me is
Oh,
phenomenal.
yeah, the other one hasn't been scoring touchdowns like he should.
Yeah.
So.
Or basically, this is a very fun thing I like to observe. So we all know that he's going to be fired, but he still every match just he puts it. No, 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 no. I'll play one more game, and then I retire. One more game. To the moment that he'll probably die in a very gruesome death.
I'm gonna have to fire one of my strength 4 thralls.
Why?
Because he's got a move down and a niggle now.
And what about this train 2?
I still haven't got another kicker, so.
So you're basically going to fire a guy that has strength 4, but keeping the guy that has strength 2.
Well, I mean, if I keep him, then he's gonna die anyway. Or maybe I won't fire him, but the thing is that he's gonna get knocked out and injured really easily in games and just not be worth much.
Yeah, but the guy with strength 2 can also suck up your SPPs, which is not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So much emotions. Okay, let's move to the next game, which is... Oh, I clicked up a bit too much. Which is schedule... Don't look here, here. Me versus the Horror All-Stars.
Draw.
Yep.
You didn't even beat. You're responsible for continuing this not 5-5.
Yeah, I know. Let's face it, I got problems with breaking armor, and I got a lot of those problems in this game.
Yeah. Well, you had more arm breaks than they did, but you had a death.
Yeah,
Who died?
that's the problem.
Who died?
My captain.
We did again?
Yep,
Wow.
this is the second time this season. See, he got the MVP on the horror all side, but he got the MVP.
Oh. You got the MVP for the other team.
Yeah. So basically, I got 2 MVPs, but not the 2 MVPs I wanted to get. Yeah, he's a zombie. And
you did get 2 MVPs on Blackhawks.
yeah, yeah. Hi, Sir William. So basically, yeah, he's a zombie, and if he fires him, I'll be really, really mad.
Has he fired him already? Probably not.
Now we will check in a second. Let's see the team. So my Orkies, yeah. So my so Gargots will probably stay a bit longer than I've planned because, well, I got a new black orc to level up. It'll be very hard to play against dwarves without a black orc with block, which I don't like really.
Yeah.
But the rest of the gang is back, so that's great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like same with vampires. Like one with no skulls is like really difficult to use.
Yeah. Or at least he doesn't have the option of biting my guys, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but your guy also can't do any dodges or anything.
Nope. Well, basically, it's hard for him. Let's say it that way. It's hard
Yeah.
for him.
Have you dodged with the Black Orc with dodge? That's the question.
I did a few times.
Oh.
Yeah, but basically, well, dodging with a black orc is still a 4 plus, so it isn't that bad. It's just a 50-50 chance. So either he does it or either he don't. It's basically
Yeah,
the same as
well, it's the
dodging with
same
a
with a
troll.
6+ dodge.
Yeah,
Either he does it or he doesn't. It's
yeah,
50%,
exactly. Okay, let's move to the next game. Next game. Next game.
No, the other team.
Oh yeah, the other team. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, right. So
Top left.
yeah, I got them.
They're
Yep,
looking
he's keeping
pretty
him at number
good.
6.
There you go.
Yep. So basically, the mini mummy is where it was. The other were basically those flesh golems were a bit of a nightmare for me to tackle, and he got a few KOs, which I was like, damn it.
Yeah, he still doesn't have 2 werewolves though.
Yeah. Well, he's short on money, so
Yeah.
that will be hard.
He does have a guard zombie, which is nice.
Yeah. But the fact that to be more effective, he could use some block, but let's face it, if you're playing undead or necro, and if your zombies or skeletons for that matter get a double on the first roll, you still take guard no matter what, and then you just hope they level up and can
I mean,
get
if
the
you have
block.
block and tackle, you might consider going Mighty Blow instead of guard.
Yeah, but this is the third roll.
I know, I was just saying, like, if it's the third roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, basically,
guard players always die. I had to go back in time to catch
got here later too. How'd you like them?
uh, yeah, I mean it's fine. You can build your team however you want. I just think that many claw is too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, lack of guard it would be hurting you. Yeah, but this is where you should have got dodge, and then taking guard would have been no problem.
Dude. Yeah.
And then get stand firm, and then you're laughing because they can't get rid of you.
Yeah. Oh, and if they do, and for example they kill you, that's a problem. I'm about to fire the claw mighty blow at some point to go down to 3. So what's the thinking, right or wrong? Probably wrong. Well,
I would wait until all your dwarves have levels. I believe some of them still don't have a level, right? Oh yeah, one of them doesn't have a level.
yeah.
So I would wait until that guy levels up and then replace the other.
Yeah, so basically the problem is with having so much claw on dwarves is that well, it's useful on one hand, but on the other hand, if you got that so many, it's just overkill.
Yeah. Oh, also you could wait until you've got Mighty Blow on the other claw dwarf, and then fire him and get a new one.
Yeah. Give me a second. I have to turn off the origin because it makes.
I mean, there's no problem with taking doubles. I just think that much claw is a bit overkill.
Yeah. Well, basically, the thing is that when you have this much claw, you will not be using it effectively. Yes, if you're fighting a high armor team, for example, like orcs or dwarves, yeah, they shit their pants. But
But like, you
when
don't
the
care. Goblins just go claw. What's that?
yeah, I heard the story of a claw. Yes, 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 yes. The same goes with Skavens. They like, yeah, so we got a claw mighty blow. Ooh, it's so scary.
I
Like we
mean,
ever care?
mighty blow is scary,
Yeah,
but the claw doesn't
yeah,
matter. True. Yeah. Claw, full claw and stuff. Yeah. But that is like,
yeah,
it's good against very specific teams, and it's really bad against lots of other teams.
yeah. Basically, when you're fighting lizards, you're fighting dwarves, other dwarves, chaos, orcs. Great. With other teams, like, meh.
Yeah, even like as vampires, I would not be scared of that 12 team. Well, like, not that it's not a good team, but I wouldn't be scared because the claw doesn't really matter against most of my players. Yeah, 4 rerolls, 1 bolt. Yeah, no, you can see that. To be honest, like, you don't need 2 bolts.
Well, the problem. Well, basically,
It's not.
if we were talking about tabletop, I would agree. If we were talking here, no, you need them because the fact that SPPs can go to very weird places, because it's still the MVPs awarded at random. That's the problem.
Yeah,
If you can pick three and then give it to one guy, yeah, because it can
this
very
is why we
very
need
much.
we need Blood Bowl 3.
Yeah, we need bubble free exactly.
When is Blood Bowl 3 coming out? Let's Google it right now. When is Blood Bowl 3?
It should be coming out technically
So it
from.
says 2020, scheduled to release in 2020.
Yeah, the rumors that we got last year, it was coming out in what's before August.
Uh, just says scheduled to release in 2020. There's nothing about before August.
Yeah, because when last year they showed the company that is making it. They showed the before they back out on it. They showed it. It should have. They were saying that it will be come out with the new edition of tabletop, and it was all planned for June or July of this year.
Ah,
Yeah, but thanks to the current Papa Nurgle situation, we don't know.
hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but
We
still
have no idea.
would
But
like to have a working Blood Bowl 3 that will be much more closer to the
hopefully,
tabletop
they're
version.
trying to make it accurate to the tabletop game, and then we won't get.
Yeah, basically, I hope that if they make it, they'll just patch it out. For example, if they change anything for tabletop, they'll just do it. Or, well, no, of making it before the tabletop will be stupid. But patching it out, for example, if they add something they added in game, if they would do that,
It was
probably,
announced almost a year ago, so
yeah. If they would go that way, I'm thinking that both tabletop and BB2 BB3, the example the game would benefit most of it
yeah.
because it'll
Well,
be.
I think, as far as I remember, they were planning to release it alongside the new tabletop Blood Bowl rules
Yeah,
because there will be new rules this year. That has also been confirmed.
yeah. Wonder
Um,
what they will do.
yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Well, let's face it, we don't know that.
I wonder if REBBL will completely transfer to Double Three.
Just today, I used turn 2 to using a wizard. Forget I had an absent-minded pick up a player and was not start on turn more, so it ended for me. Yeah, yeah. This is the thing. Uh, basically, due to
But
game
yeah, that
limitations.
is the rules,
Yeah, but
unfortunately.
due to the game limitations, because in tabletop you use the wizard at the start of your or your opponent's turn, and due to the game limitation that you cannot start anything at your opponent's turn, you have to use it at the start or the end of your turn. And a lot of players do have this problem that they forget something because they pick up their players automatically and they're like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Also, the difference between tabletop and Blood Bowl 2 is the fact that in tabletop you can use it after a turnover. Here you can't.
Yeah.
But let's move to the next game,
Yeah. Fair enough.
which is the Spawns of the Leviathan versus the Communist Elves.
Well, there was no deaths. The Pro Elves made 4 passes.
And lost to 1.
Yeah. I mean, they got SVP.
Yeah. 4 successful passes, and how many passes did they fail?
Uh,
They fail 1 catch.
they did not fail any pass rolls.
Yeah,
Well,
but
sorry, they did, but they've got pass, so that was a
yeah.
reroll. And I'm
So
guessing the catch was also a reroll.
yeah, so
Like it was probably a
basically
pass cat to a
they
catcher.
could have made 5 passes. I'm thinking.
Fair change in the Z ordering of overlays and such would be useful. Yes. I mean, that is the problem with using the skill overlays. But
Yeah.
yeah, they should make it a bit more obvious.
Well, it's quite readable, but not as much as I would like it, because let's face it, sometimes when you have the skills shown up on your, because I'm using only that show me the skills that aren't basic skills of any creature. Because with big guys, for example, if you're playing ogres, you would not see anything on above their heads.
I usually do all skills just so I don't forget like what player I'm against.
No, I have to remember that, because let's face it, uh, I'm more trying to focus on the extra skills that I don't know they basically have, and try to work my memory so to remember those that they should have.
Yeah.
Come on, if you got, for example, a big guy that's level 4, you don't see anything up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see the teams. Where are the teams? We got the lizards, the spawns of the Leviathan, and how are the lizard thingies look? Well, they're looking the same.
Yeah, they haven't
Not much
changed
have
much.
changed, yeah. Still seeing those
Still
two
still
8
got the
armor,
two
yeah.
AV8, yeah. I
But
yeah, as I said, I agree with them keeping them. I
yeah,
would keep the strength 4 one like no
strength
matter
5,
what. Like AV8 is still alright. Sorry, strength 5 one.
yeah.
Um and I would probably wait, as I said, I think I said this last week. I would wait until the other source has got a couple more levels and then fire the other one.
Yeah, first
Uh,
fire the guy that has only 8 armor, and then after leveling his replacement, then fire the strength 5. Because basically, when you
I
get.
wouldn't bother firing the strength 5 unless you
No,
roll another strength up. Not firing. Yes, that's. I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah. So when you
because.
get a tackle on Tehechi of the Sun,
Yeah,
then then I would fire.
basically, armor 8 is quite okay still.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
Armor 8 is fine. It's not bad, to be
yeah,
honest.
because even if you throw a standard roll plus a mighty blow, you still can break it, so yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's still like with AV8, you still break it like way less than average,
Yeah,
way less than half the time. Sorry,
yeah.
that's what I meant. I mean, it's obviously worse than Armor 9, but it's not
Yeah,
that much worse. It's only like 10% difference or something.
yeah, but it's basically when you got armor 9, you can only be broke on 3 results, and when you got armor uh, 8, you can be broken on 4 results, which is quite a difference. Yeah, but still,
Uh,
let's face it, they are still armored as fuck, so.
it's not 4 results. It's more than that.
9, 10, 11, and 12 for results.
That's not 4 results. That's 4 numbers results. But there's a lot more results than that because you could be rolling a 4 and a 5 or a 6 and a 3, and you could be rolling a 5 and a 5 or a 6 and a 4. Like there's more results than
Okay. Okay, I'll not argue with that. I'll not argue with that. You won. You're happy.
that.
Also, some guy, great to have you in the chat. Um, let's see what. Oh, did he got? Oh yeah, he's got the Sandwich stand, so no thrower up, I'll
He's
get
got
the
a
ref.
niggle. He's got a niggled blodge skink, blodge step skink. That's annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying, but let's face it, he's still a bludger, so we would still keep him.
Yeah.
Stunty guys
Um.
with block, sidestep, and dodge are irritating as fuck.
Yeah, but he has +2 to his injuries now. So
No, no,
you injure him on, yeah.
no. This isn't a +2. It's a +1, but his injury table is lower. That is quite a difference.
No, that's not how it works. It's stunting is +1 to injuries, basically.
No, their injury table is one lower.
It's not. They when
If you
y-
roll a 9 for injury on a stunty player, he's always badly hurt.
yeah, so yeah. Anyway, that's not worth talking about.
Because you know I will win here. That's that.
No, there's no winning there. We're both saying the same thing. Um, yeah, so another armor down blitzer on the pro elves. So now everyone is AV7.
Okay, so this is the moment that you should think of, well, doing something with the elves.
Yeah, there's no AV8s on this team anymore.
Yeah,
I would definitely buy that blitzer, by the way,
yeah,
I think when you can afford to replace it.
yeah.
I mean,
Because basically, as long the first one, he's still a strength 4 and quite good developed, so I would keep him. But the other guy, yeah, there are the doors, so go.
yeah, and also that other lineman.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
lineman is
but
just, yeah, not worth keeping. 4 movement, nope. He's basically a poor version of a high agile dwarf.
he's a double agi up dwarf with
Yeah,
terrible armor.
yeah. Basically, if it was a dwarf, I would keep it. But as an elf, nope.
I wouldn't keep a double move down dwarf. He stands up half the time like a tree.
Yeah, with Agi 4, he should be mobile, but he isn't.
Yeah.
He's a very Agi, unmovable tree. Great. Well, he can dodge, but he doesn't have the movement to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see the next game. And the next game is the German elves versus the bridge burners. So the bridge burners did finally win something.
They've
Hooray.
won before, haven't they? Yeah, they've got 3 wins. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so they won under game. Great. So this time, I have to say it, he managed to outbash the dash.
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah,
weird
they
when you
did.
say it without a bit of irony, you know that?
They did only get 1 injury, and the high elves got 2. So,
No, so they still fail at their job.
but they got the same amount of removals each. So they both got 4 removals in total. The high elves got 2 injuries, 2 KOs. They got 3 KOs, 1 injury. But they did do a lot more blocking. So I would say they probably outbashed.
Yeah.
There were lots of stuns from the bridge burners. There were 8 stuns, whereas there were only
That
3
is
stuns. There were only 3 stuns from the high
it's
elves.
58 blocks to versus 26 on
Yeah,
the bridge burner side, so yeah.
yeah,
Well, let's face it, the German elves, I like their gameplay.
yeah. They're pretty good. All right. I mean, I don't think anyone in this division is bad.
No, no, nobody basically is. This is a problem because when you look on the statistics, you see teams like the Duelists or the Poor Necro that are, you think they're bad, but basically they aren't. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
every
you drew against them.
Yeah, see, Well, I'm not that good, so this is not a great option. But let's face it.
But you're higher up in the league, is what I meant.
Yeah, yeah. But basically, as I told a million times, I'll tell it a million and one. I think that in this division we got people that are very equally skilled all around, and it's basically go down to dice, the races that we play, and let's face it, a bit of a luck.
I mean, you said the dice already. That's what the luck is.
No, no, there's dice and there's the luck.
Okay, I don't see how they're any different.
Yeah, let's see the teams. The German elves.
They have now got their fresh catcher is already strength busted.
So looking
I
at
think
the amount of
he
money that
literally
he
had one
has,
game and he was already strength busted.
yeah, I'm thinking he'll be having Milikoto or whatever his name, number 3
Yep. He
next
has
match.
literally just got one game and he got cast. He has done nothing else.
Yeah, I'm seeing this like he goes out on the pitches. Yes, this is this day, the day I start my fame and fortune, and wham.
Yeah, he's been strength busted already. He needs replacing.
Oh, so Sir Sebastian is asking us if there's a place to join. Well, it depends. Is your
What are you
ghoul
trying to
level
join?
up? The Eureka probably.
Uh,
But basically, you have an unleveled Gulzilla. And if the Gulzilla isn't leveled, we will not talk to you. Really? Yeah, but going back to the German elves, basically what do we have here more? Well, all the team is quite okay. The lineman with the guard is like, yeah. On one hand, you should fire him. On the other hand, he has guard and block, which
he
is
is
like,
really good still.
yeah.
I would still keep him to be honest. Like Alf with guard is really good. And if he's just sitting there using his guard, he doesn't need the movement. And the armor, well, it's armor. What can you do? I would definitely fire this lineman with armor buster.
You think?
Yeah. Ping for when you come up on my game. Okay. Yeah. At least he's got another guard liner though.
Yeah. Well, let's face it. He is still. I will fire the lineman with the armor bust.
Yeah, I already said that.
Yeah, he's useless.
I mean, he's not useless, but yeah,
I
he's
think
not
he's.
great. He is not great.
Okay, let's move to the bridge burners. What has happened there?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why you should. Saying he needs replacing, not firing.
Oops.
He doesn't have a bench this game anyway, actually, because unless he buys a new catcher right now, in which case, yeah, he does. But
Yeah, but let's face it. The catcher is, well, if you want
the
a,
catcher should be fired. He has done nothing but
yeah.
he literally on his stats page he has 0 0 0 0. The only thing is one Kaz sustained and one match played.
So basically, he's useless, and let's face it, you do need the catchers. Well, not maybe not need, but they are quite useful in the high elf team. So basically, the earlier you get him replaced, and the earlier he can go start scoring touchdowns and start getting SPPs is better for him.
Oh, the Pom Blitzer is gone.
Oh, oh, oh. So sad.
What happened to him? Did he get injured?
Or he get fired. Check
Yeah, I was saying he probably got injured and fired.
REBBL.net, the site you all should visit. Sir Sebastian says he's dead.
He didn't die in that game though, unless he died this week. Has he played this week? No, he hasn't played this week.
So when did he died?
I don't know.
Did we miss it? Did we check on the team last week?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Oh, he had perm, but last game he did die.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the
Uh,
elves kill it? Wait. When did he die? Show me the
Oh, he
history.
did die. Yeah, he had a move down and he's died. When did he die? Did we miss this? How did we miss it?
No.
Oh, you know what? This was probably the week we missed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We missed 1 week 2 weeks ago
Okay.
because you had a family emergency.
No, he. Yeah, he. No, he. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
so
Yeah.
he must have died 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and we just missed. We didn't talk about it last week because we didn't notice.
See? We even don't know. Yeah, this week. Oh, so he died this week.
Wait, what? There wasn't any deaths listed on that game, was there?
Well, this week he did play with the communist elves.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah. So he died in week 11, right? Okay.
And we are doing week 10.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
You know what? We should do it next week in the morning. I should be free, so we should think about it. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll see.
we go. So basically, the team still looks good as far as Kislev or Slan does.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad team,
No, it
but losing
isn't.
that blitzer is a big deal.
Yeah, but well, having a armor bust is you're asking for it.
He had movement bust, not armor bust.
No, I think he had armor
No,
bust.
I literally just looked on REBBL.net. It was a movement bust.
Okay, I will not argue with Rebel.net, the site you should all visit.
He does have that guard lineman with a niggle.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
but
It's always the guard ones that get the perms.
yeah, yeah, I know, I know that feeling. No, basically, no. My guy is the Blitz, is the Black Orc with the Bludger Black Orc. Yeah.
True, but
So Sir Sebastian saying that it's going to say that this is a bad team now because it's very hard to level up Blitzers. Positional, sorry, in Kislev.
really? They can score. They just score.
Yo,
I always see because of players scoring with the blitzers.
give me a second. You're here. You're here. You're here. Pick. Be much
Huh?
faster this way.
Oh, he needs a lot of money. Yeah, he does. Oh, true. He has 1700 TV and he has like no good blitzers, I guess now. He does have the.
Come on, guys, pick up, pick up. Yeah. Now it should be much more easier.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just I'm not the guy
Hi.
to. Yeah, hi. So we are joined by Sir Sebastian, and one more time, the leveling up the because you know a thing about too about Slan or slash Kislev, whatever, right?
Yes, I do. It's
Yeah, we were just talking. Yeah, how it's very difficult to level up the Kislev. Yeah, I mean he has got the strength 4 blitzer, so he can do some blitzing with that. There's blitzer, lineman.
it's a lineman.
I meant to say lineman. He's the lineman that could be used as a blitzer. Yeah, but yeah, he's in a bad way.
I did play early Kislev when they came out as Slam, because it's basically my name, SN Lam, and it's incredibly difficult to get 4 blitzers to level them up into level 3 or 4 before they make any real impact on the game. It's such a load of TV, and it basically means that every other team will have 3 4 players that are really good, like almost legend
Have you seen
like piling
vampires?
on.
Yeah, have you seen vampires?
Vampires have the same problem in that they
But
don't have any skills.
but the main thing for vampires is they can pass vanity if it needs to.
Yeah, that's true, but you can do it with them as Kislev as well.
Yeah, but a 1+ or basically a 2+ versus a 3+, it's a huge increase in chances failing. And it also means that you need to throw it to a catcher possibly, but a catcher is much less likely to survive a hit on itself. So you want star players points on all the players in the Kislev team, but especially on your blitzes, and getting consistent a lot of. I mean, if you make 2 touchdowns a game, that's quite nice. But you've got 4 blitzes. How are you ever going to get all 4 of them very quickly to level 4 on two touchdowns a game?
Yeah, well, just gotta hope.
Yeah.
And he can lean on his linemen. He's got some good linemen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but look at the amount of block. I mean, he's going to get outblocked by Skaven.
he's got 5, and he's got
Okay.
1 wrestle.
So info from the chat. It's funny you say. What do you think of the argument of building linemen as your traditional blitzer role, like a blend here, since none starts with block or having blitzers are safeties? Well, it depends on the team basically, because for example, if you're playing some teams that building line so-called linemen, because it depends if we are talking about linemen, so the guys that are 016, sorry 116, or are we talking about everybody that has a lineman in their description? Because for example in Underworld, technically the you get 2 Skaven linemen which you build well very much skilled up, and the linemen are the goblins there. But basically if because they're basically beaters that don't have block. Yeah, that's that. Basically if I have a team, or they're without block and lower movement, but if I have a team and a lineman develops very good because of well random circumstances, because he can get a casualty or he can soak MVPs because nobody knows why, because this game works that way, yeah, I would still build him as a blitzer, because if I get those SPPs, why to waste them?
I have a Thrall blitzer. Well, a Thrall sacker. Because he got strength up.
Yeah.
And then he leveled 2 more times.
See?
He won.
For me,
what in one of his games he got 13 SVP in one game. That was fun.
That's nice.
yeah, for me specifically, Kislev is a team that throws conventional block ball out of the window and tosses the entire bathtub right after it. In the sense that there is actually no regular way to play Kislev successfully if you compare it to almost any other team. I mean, if you look at it like Norse or Amazons or humans or even lizardmen. I mean, a fully developed Slan team or Kislev team will easily wipe out the chances of a lizardman team. And lizardman, we all know or recognize, is quite a decent team right out of the box.
Yeah.
But the team will never function in a way as reliable as say an orc team where you get 4 strength 4 guys. They don't start with block, but they have a much better armor value and survivability chance, and they're accompanied by 4 blitzers with block right out of the box. And that makes that a starting Kislev team is not doing all that well.
Yeah.
But Kislev is a huge TV magnet, so they will build up to a very high TV value. And when you start to develop half-breed teams and you come across a 1900 Necro team, your Kislev is suddenly not that impressive.
Well, basically, the fact that, first of all, the comparison you made against the orcs, we do have to remember that this is it's in the core, it's a Games Workshop game, and basically, in most of the Games Workshop games, other than their big battle games like Age of Sigmar nowadays and like the Warhammer 40k, the orcs are always the middle guys, so they're basically very strong right off the bat in any system that the GW ever made, that they are considered the ones that this requires strength. Because if we are looking at, for example, we're looking at Blood Bowl, for example, we're looking at Mordheim, if anybody played it, and a lot of those specialist game systems, the orc are always quite good.
Yeah, well, they're the main big bad, so they've got to be relatively good.
Yeah, and let's face it, the GW loves those orcs. They love their orcs, so
Well, one
that's
of the
it.
main big bads. Chaos is the other one.
Yeah, but Chaos is like everybody can be Chaos these days, so. And the other comparison you made against the Necro, we do have to remember that Necro is a very much a control team, which basically where you're playing, they do have always the advantage against any hybrid team, because basically all the control teams, if you play them correctly, they are the ones that basically shoot out the dash, the bash, and out bash the dash. But because when you're playing a control team, when you are playing against a dashy team, you will try to bash them. When you are playing against a bashy team, you will try to dash them, because you have those options to do it. And as long as all your position is in a correct place, then it should work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are the dice there, but meh, let's forget
How
about
would
this
you
for a minute.
then? I just lost connection, but how would you describe Kislev? Is that a control team, a dash team, a bash team?
It's a weird team.
It's a weird team, yeah.
With vampires. it's a ball sacking team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's the only thing they do, but that is one of their big characteristics, is they can get the ball from anywhere.
Yeah.
Same as vampires.
I think they are a counter positional team.
Yeah,
In the
that's
sense-
that's the word I'm looking for. Yes, counter positional team. If you have bad positioning against Kislev or vampires, then they will obliterate you.
Yeah, basically, those are the two teams where building a cage is one of the stupidest things you can do.
Well, building a cage alone is a bad thing. If you can build a
Yeah.
cage with
guard.
more players around it, then it's fine.
Yeah, but basically, even if you have guard, for example, playing against vamps, he just run
Oh
up
yeah,
to you
vamps
and
can
just
get rid of guard.
yeah,
So that's the problem. That's the thing that Kislev struggle with is guard, but vampires can get rid of.
yeah. But on the other hand, the Kislev can try to jump in with their own
Kislev
guards.
can get guard in there.
Yeah, this is the thing. That Kislev can get the guard inside there, and the vampires can turn off the guard. But basically, they are doing the same thing. If you're building a cage against them, it's not that useful.
Yeah.
It's much more riskier than basically building a cage against, I don't know, Skavens or, for example, Orcs or anybody else.
Yes, exactly, Civilian. Kislev catches with guard are fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a Kislev team in my division that he has 2 catchers and a lineman with guard.
Yeah, basically a 2+, I don't care about your cage.
Yeah. He also has a blitzer with Agi up.
Oh.
So-
oh, that hurts. Yeah, basically, the other thing is that where you're playing against Kislev, you do have to remember the one thing. They're basically all guys that leap with a bonus, which, let's face it, we don't see leap that often.
Some elves get it.
Some elves, yeah, but most of them don't. Contradictory to the fact that if you ask anybody on the Facebook page of our favorite Blood Bowl community, they'll say that leap is the best skill for everybody, but no, we don't see leap that often. And here you got the whole team creative with leap. Basically, most of their skills that those guys start with are skills that aren't that much in use. Because let's face it, diving catch, diving
catch
tackle
doesn't really do much for the catchers. That's what I was confused about. It lets them catch nearby, but it doesn't give them the +1 doesn't make much difference.
Well, yes and no, but the
Correct.
catching nearby is basically it fills the fantasy what they should do. So basically, you leave the guy next to the cage, then you leap into the cage, get the ball out, and when it scatters, you still can catch it.
You can't catch scatters with diving tackle. They got diving catch.
No,
You can't catch scatter. You
I
can't
think
catch
that you
ball scatters.
can.
No, you cannot get scattered
You can only
balls,
catch
but
passes.
Yeah.
Catch any pass, kickoff, or crowd throw-in that would land in an empty square
Okay.
in one of his tackle zones.
Cervelian, you're correct. +2 catch in the tackle zone is nothing to sniff at. But normally you do not pass to a player that is still in a tackle zone
because they get
because
an intercept.
interception is an option, but even after that, you still need to get out of it, and you don't want to do too many 2+s just to have a chance on your A game. If you do that, you probably blitz it free first. So it's not your best optimal plan, and Kislev is just not a very optimal team, but it's incredibly fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And
That's what I
and
always say about vampires as well. They're not. They're
well,
not.
vampires
Definitely
suck.
not. Well,
Literally
I've tried
and
vampires.
figuratively.
literally, they're not that bad as a team. They're worse than Kislev, but not by a huge amount.
Well, no, the basic problems with vampires is they either they do work and then they are a nightmare, or they don't work and then they are a nightmare. Depends
I,
which
I
side you're
I've
looking
clear
at.
pitched I've clear pitched myself by turn 3. I had 5 vampires on the pitch, and
See,
they
Never
all
done
there's
that.
your problem. You got 5
I,
vampires. It's
I
asking
do
for
have
it.
5 vampires.
Yeah, but do you
um,
put all these D5 vampires on the pitch?
yeah, I don't often clear myself off that quickly.
No, basically it's only a 1 in a 6 chance, so...
Yeah, but you do it if you roll the 1 6 times in a row, and then do it the next turn, do it again, you'll run out of
But
players very
what I
quickly.
mean is I've never had that happen.
Yeah, Cerulean, you're right, but he's right. I was thinking more of a pro style. Put a few potential receivers through the line because they can all be market types threat. But you are right in the it's risky. Yeah, and the other thing, the pros are much faster.
Yeah. But for a 2-turn strategy, it's very hard to adequately stop a Kislev offense. As long as they can stay safe and they don't suffer casualties, it's harder to stop them than even Wood Elves.
Yeah, because they can just run to you, jump over you, and they just doing one dodge.
Yeah, exactly. And then they formed the cage right after your whole lane.
Yeah.
And that's for many teams that is a potential problem. On the other hand, there's so many players with no adequate skills that when they go down, they often go down hard.
Yeah.
And once you're out of players or
Basically,
losing them left and right, it's hard.
basically the comparison to the vampires, in the vampires, when you lose something that it isn't a vampire, you don't care that much, but when you lose a vampire it hits you hard. And here, even you losing a lineman is a very something that hurts you very much, because going with a journeyman, there's always the problem that he's not that reliable when trying to jump or you're trying to leap, because he still has a loner skill. And this is the thing you don't want to, because you have to when every but there are basically very high rolling team, and when you roll a lot, you do want to have those rerolls that you can probably try to save yourself.
Yeah, and it's a 3+ like dodging, but there's no synergy with dodge, and that's annoying.
Yeah, you don't have this extra reroll that Dutch provides you most of the time, again, unless you're fighting. Yeah. Yeah, but pro words basically still works on a 4+, so
Yeah, I know. I was joking. Maybe pro is the hidden Kislev strat that no one thought of, but I doubt it.
well, basically it
I
does.
doubt it.
Is that the option when if using on vamps? Yeah, I get it, because you throw one. Okay, I'll try the pro because I don't lose anything. So okay, and manage. And then you can just go with the, you still have the normal reroll, and if that doesn't work, you can still go for the normal reroll. So yeah, for vamps, totally would use
No,
it.
Oh, did everyone see that the playoff spots have been extended? Oh, sorry, the Champions Cup spots have been extended. So we have now
Challenger
got
Cup.
Yeah.
Challenger Cup. Sorry, not Champions.
Okay, so I'll read this message. Oh, not here. Sorry. Okay, I'm here. So basically, what we have been informed, and it was yesterday, the announcement. So yeah, so Division 4, because this is the thing that we are interested in, we get 1 playoff spot and 3 Challenger Cup spots. So basically, everybody from place 1 to 4 will move on. And best stunty
I
team
read it
gets.
differently.
Best stunty team. So that might actually be the goblins in my division. Oh, I'm kidding.
Also the minor champ, but those are. So how did you read it, Sebastian?
What?
So Sebastian said that he read it differently. Mate, you're there?
I think he's disconnected.
No, I'm hearing him. I think.
I don't know.
Oh damn it! Stop
Best
doing
record
it.
over all divs gets.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh.
there.
Hello.
Yeah, you can hear me again.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear.
Yeah,
you.
no, there are 3 CC spots now.
Yeah,
The
that's
last time I looked, it was 2. So
Yeah.
3 is good.
Yeah, so we got extended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Supra, are you moving to this Challenger Cup so we can fight again? Like
No,
orcs with
I'm in like
vamps?
5th or something.
You still have
6th.
time. Do it. Do it. We need to play again. We need to
I
play a
do
match.
need to win like the last 3 games to get into the challenger.
So
I
do
think.
it. What's the
So
problem?
easy. Last 3 games, everybody wants to keep their team alive,
Yeah.
and you just win it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can somebody
I'm
explain
in
to me?
9th now. I've fallen a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
But I'm only. The thing is, 3rd place only has 6 wins and I have 5. So.
Okay. So yeah. So it'll be.
It's an option.
Everyone from 4th to 9th has 5 wins in my division.
Okay, so yeah, this could be fun. Okay, so but we spent a lot of time here at Kislev Town, so let's move to the next match. And the next match, which I still see no level up, which I don't like, is the Winter Devils versus the Amazing Strippers. And we were wondering before the stream, so now we have the option to ask. So tell us, Sebastian, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, why did they concede?
Yeah.
I clear pitched him,
Oh,
and
okay.
and then he had 5 KOs, and 2 came back. And he said, "Well, I've got 2 players left on the pitch. I'm doing a soft concede." And that
Yeah.
meant that I only got 2 touchdowns, because the third one is a freebie, but does not get placed at anybody.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
Damn.
So that was quite nasty for me, in the sense that if I wanted to get more star player points out of the game, I should not have chain pushed his guy out of the field, and this is what I did.
Well, but let's face it, you do try to win at all costs. So playing, well, I understand why he did it, and I'm not mad because he did it, because it's a viable strategy and it's in the rules. But on the other hand, from your perspective, it's like, yeah, I'm doing everything I can to win this, and playing with a player that you have in the back of your head that he may concede me and I don't want to do that. That's not okay. So,
to be fair, Hippie is definitely one of the best players that I've ever played against. He's really good.
yeah,
And
I know, I saw his
team
game, so yeah.
His team was kind of busted in the sense that he didn't have his war dancer. One war dancer was missed next game. One catcher was missed next game. And Nuffle was with me in the sense that I threw average dice. So I didn't get the dice all my way, but I was blocking and fouling like crazy. And he had armor value 7. I've got piling on mighty blow.
Yeah.
And
it's not gonna
that
be
proved to be I piled on all of his players and then fouled them.
Okay.
So at some point things had to give.
No, this is the thing I'm saying, because it's when I'm looking from the elf's perspective, it's very okay to do it, but looking from your perspective is not. This is the problem. The problem, not the problem, because it's okay for him to do it, and probably at his place I'll probably do the same, because you still want to play more. Yeah, you have no options. But on the other hand, from the other player's perspective, it's quite not okay, and this is a very gray area.
It's just because you don't get the SVP, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the thing in Blood Bowl that I didn't understand, and I'm quite happy I could have had a chance to learn it in this game, is if you get a normal concede, you get double the MVP and double the winnings, which isn't everything, but can sometimes be huge. I mean, 2 MVPs is nice, and because that's 5 points, that's a casualty and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And with the soft concede, you do not get that, and I think that is a mistake. So the winner should actually, even in the soft concedes, should always get an extra touchdown in star player points per four turns remaining or something.
Yeah, basically because because let's face it, the soft concede is not a thing that we see that often. It's very rarely basically we see it, but on the other hand, you should never punish the winning player, no matter what. And this
Yeah,
is
and this is a question for somebody who may have played longer than I have. Suppose it would have been reversed in touchdowns. So say it's 3-1, 1-3. And the player who makes 3 touchdowns concedes soft.
I
wins?
believe
You get one.
the
You
player,
win.
if you concede, you lose.
Yeah,
so
you lose.
you
You
gain
get
enough touchdowns to win,
Yeah.
basically.
Is
basically
that for sure?
yes.
Yeah.
Because it is not the case if you don't have any players left.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Now, suppose I make 4-0 in the first half, and at the start of the second half, I have no players left. They're all casualties.
Yeah.
You get 4 touchdowns at most.
You get 5.
You get 5, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
fine.
always if your opponent concedes
If you concede, but you'd be a madman to concede if you were 4-0 up.
Yeah, but if there are no players left, you get an automatic
Yeah.
touchdown at the cost of 2 or 4 turns.
3 turns if I recall correctly.
Three turns. So if you win 4-0 the first half, nobody can ever get over that, even if there's no players on the pitch.
Yeah.
So who wins?
Still the
Well, if you didn't concede, then
basically every time you concede,
have
your
to pay a
opponent wins by 1.
All right, I didn't know that.
at least one.
At least 1, yeah. Because if it's a 0-0, then your opponent wins 2-0. If it's any other number, then you always get 1 extra point. Then your opponent the number of touchdowns.
Yeah,
Or
except
you,
it doesn't.
you get at least 1 point, and then you get more points to take you over their score.
Yeah.
I
Basically.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that is yeah, comforting. I took a swipe at this block dodge tree with my wolf mighty blow claw tackle. Quite a lot of times actually. And it didn't do anything. I mean, he got badly hurt, and that was it.
Which
Made
still,
no
unfortunately.
Made no perms in that game. No MNGs except for one. And with so many casualties, that was quite a thing to see.
well, basically at this point I would say that kudos to you for trying to get my challenge done, which is get rid of the
Mhm.
3, and the challenge is still up, guys. You can still do it. But on the other hand, if we now move to the teams, we shall see that we do have a problem here.
The tree has another level, by the way.
Yes,
Fuck,
it's got
that-
grab.
show.
It's
Let's
it's
see
got
the
guard
DLs
now.
first.
Grab and guard is good.
Show me that. God
Yeah,
damn it!
it's now got another level. It's got guard. It's got blodge, grab, and guard.
For the love of Nuffle, can somebody get rid of this thing? Burn it down, do anything, for god damn it.
I have to say, the tree is the fucking best player in the entire team. It's got the most star player points. I
It
think.
actually does.
It's
I was
a
gonna-
fucking blodger straight 6 with fucking guard.
I would have been tempted to go with fucking
Jump up.
No, I wasn't gonna say jump up. I was gonna say possibly instead of guard, get break tackle.
No. Yeah, that would have been nice. But guard, he misses a guard on the line of scrimmage. And
Yeah,
besides,
yeah.
it's really good for the one-turn touchdown.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
grab is
basically,
great for one.
let's face it, with a strength 6 guard, it's very hard to move it. If it's strength 5, it's okay. But strength 6, yeah, that's the problem. Especially that,
Block and dodge and
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
it
good.
only needs it. Let's say next level, he can get break tackle.
well, basically, we are at this point that I'll quote, a very famous quote, which is kill it with fire before it spreads.
The next level up will be plus movement,
Oh
so
yeah.
it will just get up.
Or jump up.
Yeah, basically,
no,
I hope
movement is
the
better.
next thing
Movement
that
is
Movement
happens
is
to
better,
it
but
is
what I'm
death.
saying is, if he gets a double, he should get jump up.
I think that's the next thing that should happen to it. It's death.
No,
Death,
I'm
dead,
sensing
kaput.
I'm sensing a plus movement, and then it gets leap.
Okay, if he survives as long as to get leap, okay.
And then it's
I
right
don't
next
know
to the
if
ball
plus movement
carrier.
is better though, because with jump up, you can declare a block from the floor.
No, because it works only in a 5+ or
A
something.
4+.
4+. No.
Yeah. It's plus
No?
2.
Yeah.
You get plus
yeah.
2.
+2. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, or he can get plus armor to be even more annoying.
You can't get plus armor on a tree.
Oh, so you
The
can.
maximum armor value is 10. yeah.
Okay, so basically plus strength.
No, it's not interesting.
You
anymore.
don't need plus strength.
Come on, having a strength 7 guy is like, damn.
If there was something like the Chaos Cup for this guy, plus strength with tentacles would be awesome.
It would be
Strength
a
6 or
nightmare.
7 or 8 with tentacles, annoying, yes. But
No one
for
can
the
get
tree,
away.
this one is done. I mean, I would give it piling on just for the fun of it, but only after it gets either plus movement or jump up,
Yeah.
because it's that great.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't even foul it because it's so high armor.
Yeah.
Well, you can
High
foul
armor,
it,
yeah, and thick skull. Thick skull means that fouling is not is generally a losing perspective in statistics.
Yeah.
The only option when fouling is okay if you have the guy with the sneaky git and dirty player, but who builds a player with sneaky git and dirty player? Let's face it.
You do.
Okay,
Yep, we
but
all
I'm
do.
crazy.
We all do.
Also, if we would be playing tabletop, we would have the undead and the necro would have a star player that has it built in. There's a fouling zombie, and he has dirty player and sneaky git. It's quite useful.
One of those.
Yeah, I used it a few matches ago against the Dwarves. It was beautiful. Oh, you fell
But I
down.
wanna-
What you need to foul a tree is a chainsaw with dirty player.
Yeah.
No, because it doesn't.
It does
It
work.
does.
If you're fouling, it does work.
Yeah, it's foul. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's yeah. I want to do a shout out to Bleeding Hippie. Aside from the tree, which is crazy, but nobody really believes that the tree in itself is game winning. Look at his team. He is almost the same amount of team value as the Kislev. The both of his war dances have been killed.
Yeah, this
There's
season, both of his
nothing-
models have died.
There is nothing special about any of his players. Any damn one.
Well, basically saying nothing special, it's not quite okay because as we established earlier on, let's face it, a war dancer is a player that when you buy him right off the bat, he's a complete player. He's got everything he needs, and every skill up for him is just a bonus. He's a
Yeah, but we
bludger.
know that.
Yeah, so let's face it, he has the best blitzers in game, period.
Yeah.
Well, they have low armor, but
But right out of the box, they're useful.
Yeah.
And
yes.
the thing that I think is so special is everybody has effective teams. There isn't a player or a coach that doesn't have something or whatever that is very effective at what it does. And the thing that really amazes me is that he manages to win all his games with a busted up Wood Elf team. Sure, Wood Elves are good, but Ratata is also a thing with all his doubles and strength up
Yeah.
guys. So yeah, props to Bleeding Hippie for being on top.
Well, let's
this
face
team,
it,
Well,
because
you're
he's that
actually on
good a
top
player.
now, but
That's for a game. That's for a few hours until he plays.
you're
And,
you're a top.
yeah.
Damn it, this game is broken.
I was solidly on the bottom at 3 losses.
Yeah. Well, basically,
So that's quite a rise.
yeah. Well, I'm going to face Vilenci tomorrow, so God knows how this will all look.
Vilenic, yeah.
I prefer it my
And
way.
is it next week that you're playing
Yeah.
the Amazing Strippers?
Yeah.
You need to win, man. You need to win.
Dude, basically, I don't know. I'm thinking I got my head in the game, but when I'm looking at my recaps of my games, when I'm looking at the matches, because I do have a tendency to look at my matches from time to time to just figure out what I did wrong, because it's much more easier to see the match you are not playing currently. And I don't think I got my head back into the game, which is a problem for me. But on the other hand, saying that I lost because or I draw because I don't have my head in the game is not also okay. And it's just like, yeah, I'm in this silly situation. And the problem is that my last 3 games are more nightmarish than my. So my start was much more easier, quote unquote, than my end.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, dwarves, wood elves, and chaos are those 3 teams that orcs aren't that great against.
Sorry, I disconnected.
I was just saying that orcs, chaos, and wood elves are not the teams that orcs are great against. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, should we move on to the next game?
No, let's see the last team. Okay, so we have a problem here. Why does Godzilla not have his level taken yet?
Because it's week 11, and we're only at week 10 yet, right?
Oh, that's true. So he
Okay.
didn't level this week. He leveled next week.
Okay, okay, so no problem here, but still, tell us what you got. Say the audience.
I'm previewing week 11 a little bit. I already played River Room Rafters, who's a great guy, by the way, and I won by basically massacring his team, and my Godzilla leveled up with 1 touchdown and 3 completions, one of which was to a golem who also leveled up. So I thought I got the most out of that game that I could. And it's now almost ready, but because my opponent for week 12 still has to play his game, I'm not yet decided on what I am going to get, but my result is a 10. So my
With
Godzilla,
double 5 or with
no, a 4 and a 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So a Godzilla with plus strength, plus 2 agility, block, dodge.
Get plus movement. Do it for the memes. Just have as many stat ups on one player as you can.
Yeah.
Well, I could also do leap, which is agility 5 worthy, but not that efficient. I'm
I would
possibly
get
going
leap
with
later if you don't get a stat.
yeah. Well, I'm planning on another start as well.
Well, basically, if you got
yeah,
him with
movement 9 would be nice. Movement 9, strength 4, agility 5, block dodge.
well, basically, I'm thinking that we should report you to the High Commission of REBBL.
Yes.
For this guy, he should get an award or something if he has. For example, if you
Yeah,
get him
you should get
plus
they should
movement
get the
and plus
stat up
armor,
and then
yeah.
see if it's the record for most stat ups on one player.
Yeah.
It isn't. It is
It
not.
isn't.
But yes, no. But
Yeah,
it's
what was
the
the most
useful
on one player
stats.
in Rebel?
I don't. That is a good question. You should ask that in my dudes in the Rebel chat group, and then see if somebody can figure that out.
You could take armor if you really want to protect him.
Yeah.
Which is armor is also a real option I was looking at.
Because he's so valuable, taking armor is actually all right as a choice.
Yeah, he's getting a fireball or a lightning bolt basically every game.
Did you try to consider taking the metal helmet with the spike off his head? It could help.
I did. It brought him down 3 times. But it didn't kill him. It's only badly hurt, so that's
but
fine, right?
basically, this is the funny thing. This is the only player in your team, well, basically the only position in your team that doesn't have regeneration, doesn't have apothecary, So basically, the only thing he relies on is luck and armor. And he has low armor. If you would take armor on him,
He's
you'll
low
be
luck as
pissing
well. I mean, I
a
know a
lot of
certain
people off.
orc coach who tried to kill him, and then he dodged and re-rolled and failed and KO'd himself and didn't come back in three tries.
Well, yeah, I did try it. Well, basically, I tried to kill the guy, and he just ran like a coward he is.
And died while KO'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It's an amazing player that I keep. The way I'm dealing with him is that I keep him totally out of play, and then it functions. But it definitely does not have any place on the front line or
Yeah.
anywhere near the violence.
This is a bit problem with him because he's such an awesome player that on one hand you want to use it all the time, but on the other hand it's like, yeah, maybe not this turn because he may get hurt, so you stay on the bench. It's okay. It's okay.
I to be honest, because it's funny, I would definitely take a stat. I think the choice is between movement and armor because both of them I think are a legit choice on this player.
Yeah, some boring guys.
Yeah, but
in
if I
chat
want to
says
win, sure hands. I don't have sure hands.
Yeah, if you want to win, but you know.
And I'm playing a bullshit Ratata's team next, who I believe have 2 or 3 strip ball players. So
yeah, but
I'm not
let's
gonna
face it. When you're facing Ratatas, you're facing most of them. The thing you're facing is you're facing gutter runners, and gutter runners aren't that kinky on fighting players with strength 4. This is
He's
the
got gut runners with strength.
yeah,
Yeah,
strength
but they're
3.
still only strength 3.
It's this is the fun thing is normally they just go like the Japanese airplane planes. They just go kamikaze on you. But here is like strength 4. Well, I don't think so. I'm not interested in fighting the guy because
He's got a gutter with a wrestle, strip ball, and dauntless.
Yeah, the Dauntless is only a 3+ though
Yeah.
against the strength 4
basically, let's face it. If you go both down, I'm not seeing him going back from that going down. Because I will be seeing, well, let's face it, if you see a gutter runner lying down on the pitch, he just asks to be kicked in the head.
Yeah, but his other 3 gutter runner friends will then have picked up the ball and scored, and then you're looking at the player in the middle of your cage, looking like, oh no, it's time to set up again. Bye bye.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they don't uphills with strip ball and wrestle aren't that bad.
No, it isn't. And with wrestle and strip ball, if you don't have sure hands, you do have block, but that doesn't really. I mean, that doesn't come into the equation.
Yeah.
And dodge is also not useful because it still strips the ball. So all the results except a skull will be successful. And with Dauntless, that may just be a 1 die. So the chances of rolling a skull are then suddenly 1 in 6, and everything else is a good result. And that is something amazing.
Yeah, especially with the big hand gutter runner.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I suppose you couldn't get a strip ball. So basically, it's between do you want to win or do you want to have lots of stats?
I would go for the lots of stats.
I would go with the stats, but
yeah. Well, it's a difficult choice. I wanted to make my goals, and I in a particular way, and I found it difficult to get my head out of that because I actually only wanted a block dodge goal with sidestep, possibly one with sure hands, and dive and tackle.
Yeah.
Because I was inspired by Saftek's goblins, but in this case, it just ran away from me, and the Godzilla is taking on a life of his own.
Well, let's face it.
Sure hands is going to be amazingly annoying if I face other teams and I'll just scrum a wizard.
Yes,
because then the ball is on the floor somewhere, and then it's mine.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you do have to take in consideration that if Nuffle gives you a stat up, you should take it. Because you don't want to make Nuffle angry.
Well, I already made Nuffle angry. I lost against you.
Well,
Oh, nice.
you tried to dodging from a guy with diving tackle. That's your only fault. You did it to
Because
yourself.
you hit him in between the big scrimmage, and I didn't see it.
That's the plan. Also,
Yeah,
I got a few
exactly.
more of those guys, so yeah.
But I think it's Godzilla is going to be a big story. I hope someday. I've been inquiring. Or I have been inquired about for the star play or whatever it's called, where all the best players play against the other best players. But Necro is one of those teams that has so many good players that they didn't want that in the team as a species, so as a race. So
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
for now, I think my best chances are to get a card in Imperium, which
Yeah.
I'm not playing. But if it does get in, I'll play Imperium. And for now, I'll just try to get it alive and get it into Legend status because that will be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
will be great.
And Sure Hands helps in getting him into Legend.
Also,
True.
we got a option in the chat. Surveillance says that he heard that the winning is fun. Who told you that? He was lying to you.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
definitely lying
that's
to you. I
Yeah.
know that vampires don't win, and the vampires are still fun.
Look at me. My plan for this division was try not to lose games, and I lost only once, and I had a lot of fun. And I'm still
Yeah.
trying not to lose games. Not winning, not to lose them. Not to lose them is much more fun than winning.
And one of the weird things that I see in my team is that I've got 15 players.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, I've got 2250 team value.
Yeah.
If you get across a 2200 murder death kills team, it's a lot scarier than mine, but it's still very efficient.
Yeah.
In some of the things.
Basically, 220 for the Godzilla is just like a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
take the movement up or the armor up, and then it'll be 260. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, 250. Sorry,
280. Almost. Yeah, 230.
250. It's 30
Yeah,
for armor. Or
it should have
movement.
it should have gotten another strength increase, and then it will be
Yeah.
2300.
But guys, you know what's the funny thing? We're talking about a team that has a werewolf that is a claw, mighty blow, strength 4, bludger with tackle, and it's the ghoul that is the most scary thing on there. It's like, yeah,
Well, that's
nobody
the
cares about the
intention.
wolf. Yeah, nobody cares about the wolf. It's like, yeah, a werewolf. Nobody cares. The Godzilla is scary.
Yeah, it's the trick I learned from you to paint a nice picture somewhere and then draw all the attention away from
Yeah.
while you're killing the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Surveillant is already spoiling the result in our game, I think, a little bit.
Yeah,
Well, you
a
already
bit,
told
yeah.
us what you did. You
Yeah.
literally
Yeah, I
told
did.
us earlier.
Yeah, that's true. But it's
Um,
it was a good game.
Yeah,
So,
2 Mighty Blow
yeah,
Wolves
it's
is pretty insane.
and in the first game, so I bought it a game later than Saftek has told me because I said I cannot play with a rookie wolf in that particular game. And then in 2 games it picked up 2 skills.
Well, basically,
That's
wolfies do have a tendency to pick up skills very fast because
not this fast. I've never seen it. I mean, I was so freaking lucky that it got 2 touchdowns, and then in the game after it got the MVP and the casualties and the touchdown right up to 16, and that was amazing.
yeah, but basically they are the backbone of the Necro team.
Yeah.
Because they can do everything. They can be good blitzers, they can carry the ball because they're quite fast, they can be quite good at screening because their armor is quite okay, and so they're a very universal player, and used correctly they're quite scary. And as you do play them great, but the things that and I do play a lot of Necro, but things that damn it, what was that broken Necro coach? Supra, help me here. Broken Necro from last division. Damn it, I got a blank
I
mind.
don't remember. Let's see. They are called. Blah 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 blah. Breakneck Rampage. Okim.
Okim, yeah. The things that Okim does with his werewolves is just wow. That dude basically, for me, master necro player, really.
I had one really great play against Valion in our last game where I chain pushed 2 of his players out of the pitch. So week 11 is definitely a game you should watch for that moment. First half, I think. And I think that was one of the times where I was playing inspired. And for the rest, yeah, the team is good. And against the Ratatas, it's going to be really tough for the Ratatas because I've got 6 Mighty Blow players. And Skaven and Mighty Blow don't really mingle very well.
Nope,
If
they
if
don't.
they're not on the Skaven team itself. So yeah, that's going to be hard. And 2
So-
golems with block and guard and Mighty Blow is huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chevzik, you'll like to know that Wolfgang Amadeus, the Strike 4 Mighty Blow piling on werewolf on Okim's team, is now a legend.
Oh god.
He just leveled to legend this game. Also, the movement up werewolf has now got another movement up,
Oh, damn it.
so he
Oh,
is now
that's
moved
amazing.
10.
No, that dude.
But what level? What
But
level?
he
What
doesn't
level?
have. He's level 6, so he doesn't have enough levels for Sprint Surefy. He can get Sprint on its own.
That was
Sprint
the
is
most.
good. No, yeah, sprint is good enough. Then just need enough rerolls left to get the ball and then make the 3 touchdowns. The 3 going for it.
Believe me.
And he can do it with a blitz, so that means that he can make and a casualty and a touchdown.
Well,
Yeah,
basically.
So it has 2 movement ups, Blodge and Mighty Blow.
And how is his guard division?
Guard is lacking. He only has 2. He only has 1 guard zombie now.
Damn.
He does have a guard ghoul, but
And his guard golems.
he has 1 guard on his golems.
Well,
One of
basically,
them has Blodge.
back
One
in
of
the
them
days
has,
when we had to play
one of them
him,
has strength up, guard, block, and
what
Mighty
was
Blow.
that?
I don't know.
What was
Something
that
like
creepy weird sound?
Oh, I got a call that I need to be slightly less quieter
Okay.
in 20 minutes.
Okay. So basically, yeah. Let's move to the next match.
Yep.
Because I don't want to remember the horrors of the last division. And we got the Blood Elves versus the Blessed Ones. So the chaos is still pumping, which I don't like.
I did my best to kill the chaos.
Yeah, somebody has to do it. Hope it will be not me. I have to survive it.
Anybody seen the Sage Johnny chaos team? Chaos mirror match? 4
No.
kills on his on Johnny's chaos warriors. 1 got airport with 3 dead chaos warriors in 1 game. It's quite a hefty attacks.
Oh, hard. Basically, first division is Chaos, Skaven, Nurgle, Chaos, and Chaos. So basically, it's
And what else?
Chaos, 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 Chaos.
There's also 2 Necro teams in the Div 1.
Yeah, but they're only
an
punching
orc.
bags.
There's an Orc team as well.
Yeah, nobody knows why, but it's not there next
There's
year.
a Lizardmen team. It's Chaos, Dark Elves, Skaven, Necro, Chaos, Lizardmen, Nurgle, Skaven, Necro, Orc, Dark Elf.
Though it's not a orc player, he has no goblins. He has
also
no
has
troll.
like no levels.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know how he's 1340 TV.
Nope.
And the blessed ones against the bloody elves, the blood elves.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I mean, a 1-2 in for the blessed ones after getting hit that hard. I know the dark elves had a perfect team, and now they've slightly less so, but and not the result I was expecting.
Yeah. And of course the MVP went to alignment.
Yeah, because alignment.
Oh, you can
a journeyman
rent.
alignment.
Yeah, but that's okay because that means you can buy the journeyman then if you
He
got
didn't.
the cash. That's annoying.
Well, let's face it. Sometimes you don't want to buy the journeyman.
Yeah,
I
he also
did.
got
Yeah,
injured that game. I didn't see if it was I can't see if it was a niggle or whether it was a
no, it
badly hurt.
wasn't badly hurt.
It was a badly hurt. Okay.
But it's
Yeah,
it's
because the player is not
you
found.
do not buy loner lineman unless they have a level up.
Yeah.
Or star player points like 5. So in a dark elf team you buy them if you do have a star player points.
Yeah, he had 100k, so he just didn't buy him.
And I think that's stupid. Well, stupid not, but
Sorry, I'm clicking on the wrong team. What am I doing?
Okay, let's see. Let's see this.
but I think he
He
didn't
had
have the
20.
money
Oh,
for
he
it.
only had 20k. Never mind, he didn't.
Okay, so yeah, didn't have the option to buy it.
Yeah.
So basically, the Blood Elves still look very sad. It's sad to watch
I'm
them.
facing them the last game, so they're up for some more punishment.
Oh wait, no, he did have enough money, but he bought a witch elf this game.
Okay.
He bought a witch elf after this game. Sorry.
I would have gone with the lineman and then bought the witch elf a game later.
He had no witch elves. That's the thing.
Yeah, so no witch elves is a good thing. No frenzy to if you don't have enough guard, frenzy is a liability. And with 4 blitzers, you have the core of a good team.
Yeah, but if you
I
have
love
only
I love witch elves. I mean they're amazing.
yeah, but you have
But
only
in a
the
team with
core
so
and
few but in a team with so few players, you need all the star player points you can get. And with one vanity pass, that lineman would have had a skill next game, guaranteed.
The witch elf does come with a skill. Comes with dodge.
yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
and frenzy.
Frenzy gets a lot of options, and you have to remember that. And she also
Yeah, but
has
instead
jump
of
up,
one
so
vanity pass, for a skill, you now need at least 2 touchdowns.
yeah, but still, I prefer a Witch Elf to alignment every hour of the day.
A lineman with skill over a witch elf with no skill.
Yeah, still would go for the Witch Elf. Really.
You need more guard in a team with witch elves.
He has one.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Sergeant is right here. He wants to increase the chance of Witch Elf MVP moving forward. Yeah, I agree with that. Because in the long run, you need the Witch Elves. The linemen, yeah, it's good to have them, but they are not that essential. And the Witch Elves are.
I disagree. If I could build a team with only block, dodge, sidestep on every player, then I would not need any um, witch elves. I would have a really low team value, and I would beat almost all of the other teams.
Don't know about that.
Block, dodge, and sidestep
I
means
mean,
that
I had 4 blood set pieces at one point. It didn't really help much.
Yeah.
yeah, but on every piece, so every lineman having 2 or 3 skills is not impossible for dark elves.
Well,
And
let's.
it's armor value 8 instead of 7.
How do they
I mean,
say it?
I'm not saying it's a weird choice. It's a very understandable choice, but I
Yeah.
think it's not the star of the team. And yeah, I think he could have bought it a game later, perhaps, probably, possibly.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
And let's look at the chaos.
Yeah, let's see my last opponent this season. How is he faring? I hope
He's
bad.
alright. He hasn't got any has any more injuries than he
Yeah,
had
failed
before.
but done still lives. Meh. He just needs to fire this guy. Angron.
I don't see
He hasn't got a
the team in
replacement.
front of me. Can you show us the team?
Yeah. Should be up now.
Yeah, it's up.
Oh, I'm still looking at the Mamers.
Oh well, maybe you need to refresh because I see them.
It's definitely
That's
up.
that's a lot of vaping.
Yeah. I'm using the moment I have. Okay, so
I think 2 of the AV reduces are because of me, So you're welcome.
Yeah, the AB bus. Yeah, they think they were because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great, but he shouldn't fire Abaddon until he gets another Beastman with sure hands.
No, he should file fail but done because the name.
We're talking about the actual Blood Bowl here, not Chevtek's weird Blood Bowl.
My Blood Bowl is the better version, believe me. No, but seriously, yeah, he should keep it on until he gets somebody close. Maybe not exactly on 3 levels, but somebody is close. So
Yeah. So when that Beastman with dodge has got 2 more levels, then you can fire.
or any other
Yeah.
beastman,
Block and then
basically.
sure hands.
Yeah, but you can start building any other beastman with block and sure hands, and then yeah, just
True.
switch.
Yeah.
I would give the dodge guy sure hands right next on the next level.
Would you? Oh,
Yeah, I would.
I mean,
He
this
needs.
is a legit choice.
Yeah. But the for the orcs, punishment is going to come your way on the mighty blow claw that he has twice. One of which is with piling on.
Yeah, I see it.
That's gonna hurt.
Maybe.
If he
maybe
uses
not.
them efficiently.
Sometimes your claw palm does nothing.
Yeah.
I've been told that, yes.
Yeah, and
I've experienced this a lot in clan. I have a claw palm. I literally have naked claw palm on one of my, because clan has to be lowish TV.
Mhm.
I have a naked claw palm on one of my pestigors, and half of the games he does literally nothing.
You need more 3D hits.
yeah.
That's my advice.
Well, basically, good info from chat.
I mean, you try.
He should keep him. He should keep the beastman until he picks up multiple broken arms injuries. Yeah.
What does a broken arm even do? Is there a broken arm?
Minus AV?
No, broken arm is a Mysnics game.
Right.
You can't pick up multiple broken arms.
Yeah, it's still funny. Okay, let's move to the last game, which was Revenge of the Ratatas versus the Tungsten Titans. So the dwarves lost.
I did think the rats were going to win, but I thought it was not going to be 1-0.
Also, I'm disappointed in no deaths among the dwarves.
I heard a little bit about. I saw that game actually. It was raining.
The Ratchers don't have any claw. That's why.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Tech? They
Well,
have one mighty blow piling on.
Yeah,
They don't have
but
any
I'm
claw.
playing the dwarves next, so I was hoping for deaths.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. But I wasn't expecting that because there was no claw.
I've been explained how this game was lost, and I saw the game as well. And it was raining, and the dwarf coach was trying to get one of his blitzers to level up. He hand off in the rain, and it failed, and the pickup with the reroll failed, and the rain stayed with it until the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and I probably think that the big hand gutter runner didn't even wimp at the rain. Was like meh.
Does
exactly.
rain affect big hand?
No.
Because it's only.
Well, in the reverse, big hand negates the rain
The
effect.
rain.
Oh,
Yeah.
it does affect
Yeah.
rain. Oh, yeah, okay.
Basically, big hands negates all the minuses to pickups.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So this was for the dwarf coach. Incredibly annoying because he was playing the first half quite well, and against armor value 12 rats, there's no.
7.
I mean, well, not if they don't die.
Well, he got 17 armor breaks. That's not bad.
It's not bad, but look at how many casualties he made.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the thing.
Let's see the
Look
Ratatas.
Look at the SPPs. Look at the SPPs.
He got 2 Kaz.
Yeah,
Both
but
on the
that's
same
out of
player.
17, huh? Out of 17 with Mighty Blow.
Oh, so everything went to one dwarf. Damn.
Yeah.
And piling on. I mean, 17 armor breaks is with piling on, and then only getting 2 casualties is not good.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
to be fair, casualty is kind of rare if you're not rolling. If you didn't carry over the mighty blow to the Kaz roll, then
Yeah, but he did.
basically breaking armor 7 is not a thing should that you should count on mighty blow that much. It basically should go just by the dice, and then the mighty blow should carry over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if it didn't, then
Armor value 7 with Mighty Blow is 50 breaks 50% of the time if
Yeah.
you get it down. And then if you still got piling on, a 1 in 6 is a casualty. And that is basically then a 2 in 6.
Yeah. Also, he did not fire the lineman with 6 movement, which
he did
I
fire
don't
the
get.
Agi 2 one.
At least that, but still.
And I understand the Ratatas, because there's one thing the Rats need is big bench. And stat reducers really don't matter.
Well, I think movement downs don't matter on random lineman rats.
Even stat downs don't matter. They're on a line of scrimmage to be hit, and then if somebody wants to stand right next to your corpse, that's fine. But he's just there to take a hit. I mean, it's not. If you got the cash, replace it by own love, yes, please. But it's not necessary.
Yeah, but he still has a bench. He has the cash, so yeah, would replace that guy, because
I would only replace it once he gets over 150 cash, because there's no point. You need the cash to be able to buy the renew the blitzers, and they have one of them has also died. So
No, he has 2 blitzers.
I think in beginning of the season.
Oh yeah, in beginning, yeah,
Yeah.
that was something like that. Yeah, right. Okay,
So yeah,
let's
hard.
see the annoying dwarves that I will be facing tomorrow.
But they didn't grow anything, so that's very annoying for them.
Hooray! Damn it.
A rookie troll slayer. Only one.
Yeah, the 2 that was it you who strength busted them? Or someone else?
I didn't.
It
I
was
think it
someone
was
else.
I think it was the wood elves.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
the Wood Elves,
Wood
wasn't
Elves,
it?
yeah.
They tore through his team as if it was sandpaper, and then flushed.
No,
yeah.
the Wood Elves, no.
Yes.
No, the
think
Wood
it might have
no,
been.
it wasn't the Wood Elves.
Definitely, they were both strength busted in one game.
Yeah, but it wasn't the Wood Elves, because I watched the games with the Wood Elves. You even had the recap of the dwarf dodging from the tree back then.
Anyway, I think he still has something of a decent team, in the sense that when we saw his team at the start of the season, he had Olgar except for the runners, and now there are 3 key players missing, and the rookie, and that is hard. He doesn't have piling on anymore, so I think your chances are decent if you. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not going to be 4-0 for anybody.
Well, basically,
Probably going to be 1-0 or 1-1, I would say.
it's hard to say, because due to the fact that how he plays and his play style, most of his games do end in a really high scores, which is very uncommon for dwarves. But here,
But he was using his troll slayers a lot more, and I think in your case you may have the upper hand. I didn't look at your team quite closely, but yeah, it's going to be interesting for both of you.
I'm quite taller and I have knees, so it's easier. Yes, I agree.
He can bunch the knees into
Yeah.
He just cuts. He doesn't cut off your head. He cuts off first your knees, and then he slowly
Cuts
moves
off your
up.
shins.
Yeah, he takes you down to his level.
He brings you down to his level. Yeah. Do you have a
He
date for the
has got
game?
more guard than you.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Yeah, for
Not by
dwarves.
much. You've got 6 and he's got 7.
Then the orcs will probably win.
The orcs do have more strength, so I say you probably win in the strength game.
Yeah, but he has a bit more blocks than I do.
More what? Sorry.
He has a bit more blocks than I do.
That may
Not a
not
huge
matter.
amount more.
Well, actually,
He
he
has
does.
block on everyone except that one runner, but it doesn't matter because you have block on nearly everyone.
Oh, he's got two goblins and a non-block black orc
Yeah, and the troll doesn't have block.
and a troll. So he's got 4 players against 1. Yeah, that's not entirely the same.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. Well, I'm guessing that those two goblins are not going to be on the pitch. Like you're only going to have one goblin on the pitch at the time, right, Chevtek?
Depends.
And you're both playing for that 4th or 3rd CC ticket.
Yeah.
I think considering the team value, 70-10 against 18-80, which is 160
Yeah.
difference.
170.
170. Who has the home field advantage?
I don't think it's set already, is it? It doesn't
No,
get set only
it's
when
random. Yeah, it's random before the game.
it's random when the game is played.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Or I'm pretty
know.
sure it is.
I thought it was as is advertised. So you, for instance, I knew for a fact that I would have the home field advantage for this game in game 11, and I did.
Okay, I don't know. Well, if that's the case, then the dwarfs have the home because they're on the left.
Which will give them +2 star players for 10k, and then he still has 150k for the wizard, which makes suddenly +2 good players because they can stand on the line of scrimmage, and plus a fireball or lightning bolt. I'm confident in the 1-1, but not so much in you winning, Zeftek.
Well, basically,
I mean, a lightning bolt is not that efficient for dwarves, in the sense that it's a guaranteed sack, yes, maybe, but not a guaranteed recovery. But it's definitely going to play merry hell if you want to stall somewhere and they don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
If they manage to do it in turn 8 or 7, and you don't pick up the ball, that's your lost drive. And it's a 3+. If it's raining, it's a 4+.
oh, don't even
That's a
start
good
with the
investment.
rain.
That's a good investment. So yeah, what would you say, Supa? If you know he may take a wizard and two star players, because he's got the minus 50k star player in home field upgrade.
Yeah. The dwarves have 60k stars.
Yeah,
then?
2. Yeah, 2.
Ah.
Yeah.
Boomer and the sure hands guy who shoots it with Hail Mary pass. Both secret weapons, but they only need to do 1 full drive. If it's 8 turns, you got good value for 20k.
Yeah, true.
Which is a very irritating. Was a very irritating thing that. But
And he
he
may
is getting
take.
max to his
He may
advantage.
not. He may not do the fireball and then take the 80k chainsaw, because that's 130. So for him, it's just 80k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So 90k for inducements, and then he still has 80k for something else, plus 2k for, say, either a dirty player or one of the secret weapons.
No.
That would be nice. Yeah, secret
Yeah.
weapons or an extra babe.
Basically,
Or
he's a good
apple.
coach. Don't give him even more advices. I really don't want to lose that game. Really, really. Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, those are not valid options in this game.
Yeah.
We just need a Seftek to win, and
Yeah.
I definitely need a Seftek to level up into something that can bring the Amazons down, of the bleeding hippie health player down, because that's the next week. Do you have a date to play with your dwarf friends?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Around
Morning.
yeah,
Jesus.
tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. UTC, so it will be 11 at
So
my place.
we need to cut this short. He needs to sleep. He needs beauty sleep.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's
Anyway,
see
we've
the next week.
finished now anyway. So.
Yeah, let's see the next week just for fast because we got the Winter Nevers won, the Bridge Burners lost. So again, they did not out bash the dash, and we got the rest of the games. So first game is guys, the Blood Elves versus the German Elves.
I think the
So
Dark Elves will win that.
Yeah. Barely, but yes.
Yeah, just about, I would say.
I'm going for the German Elves.
Yeah, fair enough.
He won with me, so I'm on his side now.
Rats versus Lizardman. Both pretty fast. Lizardmen have strength.
Some guy is really coming into his own as a coach, so he's a lot more confident, and I think he could pull it off.
Yeah, you could.
But he could. But I definitely Reds against Skinks are for the Reds. It's a good matchup. So I have to go for the Reds in this case.
Yeah, I might be tempted. I think they're higher placed as well, right? They've got a better record.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And
Yeah.
Strip Ball is just too powerful against no sure hands, no
no
brokers.
sure hands on the Lizardmen, so
Yeah, basically it'll be hard for the lizards, but yeah, I'm
They
going
could
for
do
the
it,
Reds
they
also.
could do
This is also a possibility because, to be honest, I'm not seeing this as a 4-0 or 3-0 game. I'm thinking it'll be the Reds will win, but only by a margin, because as though they will get a lot of advantage early on, but more the time progress, I'm thinking that the Saurus will do a good work of the Skavens and their advantage will melt very very fast.
I think if the some guy is playing it on a low scoring position, so he wants to keep it safe, it's a losing proposition. So score fast, score often. 4-3, 3-4 is definitely option,
Yeah.
and it's a lot safer option than trying to stall. The dwarves against the orcs. I
I'm
would
not sure,
like
to
to
be
say
honest.
for the rats or the
Sorry, for the Dwarves versus Orcs, sorry.
the orcs. I think the orcs have a slight advantage because basically they have that much more team value in skills.
Yeah, they have more. They have a strength advantage as well. The Dwarves have one more guard, but the Orcs have loads more strength.
And the orcs have a dodge, which may sound weird against dwarves, but there are plenty of dwarves that don't have tackle. So
Yeah, there are two blitzers, two
runners.
runners, and no, one of the runners has tackle, doesn't it?
Yeah, one has.
Two troll slayers without tackle. So there's 5 players on the dwarf team with no tackle.
Yeah, and once the goblins, so once Seftek gets the ball and he managed to get it into a safe position, the goblins can just prevent players from dodging and reaching. So if he plays the available space game, the dwarves will find it very difficult to catch up in time.
Yeah.
But
Especially with the orcs being faster.
Yeah, but that depends. I think Vilenich is very good, so I don't think he will give him that much pace. So a 1-1 or a 0-0 is a very likely result.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Blessed
what's the
ones
funny thing?
versus the
I'm okay with the draw.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Blessed ones versus the duelists. I don't believe the blessed ones have a lot of tackle or any
Oh.
tackle.
They got
So
one?
I would say they have one tackle,
Yeah.
on their claw palm. So they can, if possibly, grind the Amazons down, but they're not
No.
gonna obliterate them.
No, there are more Amazons than there are turns in the game. Almost.
Yeah.
So,
So I
So
think
one-
the Amazons might have this, to be honest.
yeah, I hope they win. Let's face it, I really hope they win, and they do have the advantage here, so I hope they can use it.
Yeah, they can hopefully use it to their advantage.
But the other thing is, the Chaos Coach may not have all that much tackle, but the Amazon Coach has a block, a pommer with jump up,
Yep.
So he can.
and
So
that's
You can
going
take
to
out
be
some goats with that, especially the ball carrier goat is only AV7.
Yeah, the only thing that the Amazon don't have is a dedicated fouler, and that gives the Chaos Coach some breathing space.
But on the other hand, they will have journeymen which are quite good at fouling.
Yeah, and he may get one or two star players.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is
Yeah.
going to be. I'm going to say 2-0 to the Amazon.
I might say 2-1, but maybe not. Not sure.
Yeah, but I'm not so keen on saying what the score will be, but I'm still going with the Amazons here.
Yeah. We hope they win.
Yeah.
They
They deserve it.
The last game is Wood Elves versus the lower TV team.
The
Necro.
poor Necro, yeah.
And I would think the Wood Elves would win this.
Handily.
Yeah.
This is the problem. I would like to say
They only have one werewolf as well, so they're gonna have a real tough time keeping up with Wood Elves.
Yeah, I would want to say that they have a chance, but let's face it.
Not a very big chance,
Nope.
I'll be honest.
No, he's got a Pom White with tackle. He's got one werewolf with block tackle.
He does have a good amount of tackle. Not like enough, but a good amount.
Yeah, but he doesn't even have a
Oh no, he has
dedicated
4.
zombie.
Never mind. Sorry, he has one on the zombie as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
I'd say that's probably almost enough. Sorry, 5
No.
even. 5 tackle.
No, but he doesn't have a dirty player zombie or two.
Yeah.
And against Hippie, if you get something down, which isn't big if, I don't think.
You can foul with non-dirty player zombie.
Yeah, but the chances of removals are not high enough. I think I would even like to see the werewolf survive, because I think it might be unlikely.
He can buy a zombie and then induce a dirty player zombie.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
he
I think
has,
we should do.
Hippie has a mighty blow word answer, and there's a good chance that the ghoul and or the werewolf will play the farm in their game, because he will hunt the pieces that matter. And the Pommer, the white with piling on, he will get fouled.
Yeah.
On the first chance that something piles on.
Yeah.
Hippie does this, and it's good. It's effective. I'm going to say the Wood Elves will win.
Yeah, I also agree.
And for the Wood Elves, I think they will need to make more touchdowns, so to get the touchdown difference a little bit lower. The chances for the poor Necro to win this game are, I think, in the region of 30% or less, and 70% going to the. Oh yeah, I was looking at it. I looked at the percentage difference that was predicted by the ELO system, and I found that it was not the biggest difference. So yeah, 30%, something like that,
Okay.
or less.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I would like to go. So
yeah, basically we done everything. So
yeah.
So thank you all for tuning in. We'll be
Yeah,
up.
I still have one last question.
Yeah.
And he's gone. His mic's cut out, I think. I still have one question. Out.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. So for those that are watching here, thank you. For those that are watching on YouTube, feel free to like, subscribe, and other nonsense. Also, the person that gave me a dislike on one of my videos, it would be cool if you wrote why.
Probably just a random.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, back.
Oh.
There we go.
So what's the question?
So if somebody can tell me more about the challenges cup.
I'm not sure exactly. I believe it just like affects relegation or promotion.
No, it's, if I recall correctly, the Challenger Cup works that way, that the winners or people from higher place in the Challenger Cup will be moved to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How's that
Like,
possible?
winner of the Challenger Cup goes to playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
So it's basically sort of losers cup. Then yeah, the hard way to get
Yeah,
into
the lucky loser. Yeah, you're playing the lucky loser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But I think it also does affect promotion
Yes,
and relegation.
it also does promote. The higher you get, there's a more option of getting in a higher division.
So I have a dream. I have a dream that I will end up in the playoffs, and then lose the finals in the Super Bowl. That would be nice.
I would like to draw. I would like to have a draw in the finals. Like, the fuck.
I don't think you can have a draw in the Super Bowl. They turn it off.
Oh, you can, but you can make a draw and then go into
Yeah,
kicks,
but there will
and
never
then
be
still
an
lose.
actual draw in the
No,
final result.
no, but that you can still call it a draw,
Yeah,
and then lose on the kicks.
yeah, but it will not matter at that point for me. Okay,
So
Finals one of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has been done since
no,
I've been here.
not
Actually,
not the Super Bowl.
has it not?
No, not that I've been told anyway.
Okay.
I didn't see them all, but I think most of the Super Bowls were pretty one-sided affairs.
Okay. Anyway, I think
Yeah.
we're done.
Thank you
so-
for having me.
No, no
Jensen.
problem.
It was
Right.
very enjoying.
Yeah, we also enjoy having you here. So thank you all, guys, and see you next week. Bye bye.
And stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe and stay healthy. Don't let Papa Noga get to you. Bye.
Bye.